God, I love your father. I love your mother. I love your father. You know who I don't love because I don't know him yet is your cousin.
Cousin Danny?
I never met him.
The Replenish King?
Yeah, I never met him. And I don't know why you keep me away from that guy.
You know, he gets recognized as the Replenish guy, and he doesn't like it.
Well, then we should blow it up more.
He really doesn't like it, and he tends bar. So people, when they want to drink, they will ask him to replenish.
I mean...
We'll show it.
Replenish! You're supposed to take the warm ones and fill it up after you finish.
You didn't have one today.
When did I finish? Oh, I saw you have a soda pop today.
I had one yesterday. I had a million yesterday.
You had a million
But
yesterday?
I definitely might...
You're supposed to replenish. You take the
You
refill
didn't
the
replenish,
refrigerator.
goddammit!
I can't believe it. I never had anything after you've been here.
If I taught you anything, I taught you to replenish!
Seriously, look. Refrigerator, everything.
In the basement.
We had one in the kitchen and we had one downstairs in the basement.
And if you went downstairs in the basement and got a soda, what was the fucking rule?
You'd replenish.
Okay. Well, what the fuck, Danny doesn't fucking replenish?
No, listen, I think it's a microcosm of more serious things, but,
You know what, I'm fucking done. I'm serious, I'm so pissed off.
And we're back. The story of this is...
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoot dee. Oh yeah!
Please. Can I get you something to drink?
It's up to you. Do you have water? But do you have,
What do you want, room temp or cold?
always room temp? I don't like cold water.
Do you want a Fiji or a Smart Water?
They're both plastic bottles, huh? I'll take a glass of water.
Yeah, but I'm pouring it from plastic.
Interesting.
And I'll have a long conversation about this because I don't like it either.
I feel... I'm conflicted.
I get it.
Tough catch, but a good catch. Because, you know, that's the athlete in me. Who would have missed that out of all of our friends?
Honestly, I think there's maybe 3 people that would have ever had in my pod that would have caught it. You, me.
You, me, and...
Maybe Joe Manganiello would catch it.
Manganiello would catch it for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Theme music, or should we wait a minute?
Gulp, 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 gulp.
Theme music.
Oh, yeah.
Scoot doo, blab.
So, this is my first Take Your Shoes Off podcast with some new equipment.
Wow, these are really nice.
Thank you. This episode is sponsored by Rocket Money.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/slice/TYSO.
That's rocketmoney.com/TYSO.
Or slice.
rocketmoney.com/TYSO. This episode is sponsored by Electric E-Bikes.
Ooh, I have one. They're fantastic.
Go full throttle into spring with electric bikes, the #1 selling e-bike in the nation. Get your adventure started at electricbikes.com and mention that Take Your Shoes Off sent you in. And
What's going on with you, Dad?
And mention the Take Your Shoes Off sent you in post-checkout survey.
Oh, boy. That's LECTRIC ebikes.com.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp.
Visit betterhelp.com/TYSO to get 10% off your first month. That's BETTER.
Better Health.
Nope. That's better. HELP.com/TYSO.
BetterHelp.
Good. How's
My
my
da-
hair? I'm wet.
You look great.
No hat for a little bit?
Wet head.
I like to dry my hair.
These phones
in a
are
hat.
a little low.
Me and the goat ass.
Fuck me in the goat ass. Yeah, what a sketch. What a great album.
Hello?
Now, was Fuck Me in the Goat Ass, was that Stan and Judy's kid, or was that They're All Gonna Laugh at You?
I didn't listen to Sandler albums that much. I remember hearing them because people loved them, but I didn't grow up listening to that. I just remember Fuck Me in the Goat Ass or some shit.
You don't remember?
I didn't really. I wasn't.
You're a regular Roger fucking Starbuck over there. You button hooked me. Dude, we used to listen to that on loop. Me and friends would sit and listen over a 5-disc CD changer. And here's what was in there, other than They're All Gonna Laugh at You or Stan and Judy's Kid. There was also Green Day, Dookie would probably be in that rotation. There was most likely Pearl Jam was probably in there. A Tribe Called Quest album. If I had to guess.
Which tribe?
The Called Quest?
The Tribe Called Quest?
Yeah, called Quest. They're called Quest. Maybe Beats, Rhymes, and Life, but most likely most People's Addictive Travels. I just can't. I'd have to go back. You know, my mother threw away all my CDs one time, and I blocked her number because of it. Mom.
How old were you?
When she tossed my CDs out?
Yeah.
I had moved out a long time. Yeah.
Right.
Probably in my 30s. You got to hold on to that stuff.
I have at home in my parents' house a lot of stuff. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff over the past few trips. We always throw stuff away, but I still have 60 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. That's about it.
Are you still a collector?
Yeah.
You know Aristotle is a huge collector.
Has he put on weight?
Sadly. More than he should.
Right.
But he carries those figurines everywhere. I said that's the problem. Those coats are getting big. He stuffs the pockets with figurines.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's a foolish move, particularly because we're coming up on spring has sprung.
I thought I had an idea.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's considered a collector as much as a user.
He's giving too. He'll give them away.
Yeah.
Dumping.
He's just handing out figurines.
If spring has sprung, fall has dropped, summer has shined,
But winter.
is coming.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually Game of Thrones pornography that I wrote that I am now starting to feel like don't know if that's what I want to get into.
Ooh.
But
I'd love to read it.
I could send it. I mean,
Does Khaleesi suck a dragon dick?
okay.
Okay.
I will say there is some stuff with dragons, and it is hot. You know about the effects that we do in here?
Yeah.
So you were
Sorry.
episode number 50. You were episode number 150. And now welcome to Take Your Shoes Off, episode number 250. I had a lot of teachers when I was growing up who didn't believe in me and thought I could never get more than 200 episodes of a podcast. And at the time, I'm like, what's a podcast? Because I was young.
Right.
And these didn't really exist yet. But look at us now.
Where are they?
They're doing real well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
You know, people talk about like their teachers that didn't believe in them. We talked about it 100 episodes ago.
Well,
But like teachers can't get it all right. They're not fortune tellers.
a few of mine were.
Huh.
One of them was a tarot card reader.
While she was teaching?
Yeah. I mean, dude, they don't pay them enough. They got to have other gigs. One of them was a tarot card reader. The other one was actually a roofer.
Like what? Like into people's drinks?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Cosby. Mr. Cosby was my 5th grade English teacher.
He's coming back now.
It's
And
weird he taught English.
what should he have taught? Dentistry?
Well, yeah, he's a dentist. It was just weird because he'd be like, well, you got to turn in the paperwork. And
That was very rhythmic.
Thanks.
Keep doing that. That reminded me of a Tribe Called Quest.
Paperwork. You got to turn in the paperwork. You got to turn in the paperwork. Have a Jello. He'd give you a Jello if you turned in a test.
If there were
you
kids
turned
that
in a
didn't turn
test.
in the tests?
Most of us didn't. We'd hide them.
Why?
It's just fun to make them search. Where's all the tests? And he would search and we'd hide them all over the classroom.
Oh, so you would find them, but if he had to find it, he wouldn't give you the Jello.
Yep.
But he would get them.
Sure.
Did you get straight A's all through your high school and middle school?
I got a lot of A.
Yeah,
You haven't been around in a long time.
Yeah.
I got mostly B's and C's.
Do you, now that you're a little bit more successful than you were as a kid, are you getting any double D's?
No, but I'm getting F'd in my A.
You're failing a class and you're doing really well in one?
Yeah, I have to go back to community college and take them. Actually, I'm enrolling myself in a class.
You just reminded me of something. My freshman year, first semester of college, I got on academic probation. And thereafter, I made Dean's List throughout. I retook my classes. So my cumulative GPA when applying for grad school, I thought I was going to be a lawyer because of suits. If I took oceanography and I retook oceanography and it took the higher grade. But when graduating with honors, they didn't replace them. They summed both the D and the A. So I was like a fraction away from graduating with the honors I wanted to. And I made a stink. I went to the business college. I then got an appointment with the dean. And this doesn't make sense. This was my motivation. I wanted to graduate with honors. This is why I retook the classes. I worked my ass off, and I'm glad I did. But this diploma, this thing on the diploma was my motivation, because I saw somebody in high school graduate with that. Now, when I went on academic probation, I'm like, oh, I want a diploma. Maybe I'll do that. So they wouldn't give it to me. And I wouldn't give up. And they gave me a Business Achievement Award. Have I ever told you about this?
No.
They gave me a Business Achievement Award, and I have it, and I like to wear it for the 250th episode.
Please do.
I'm going to go get it.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
In the meantime, don't tell any secrets about you-know-who.
I won't. Jeez. All right, here's the deal. When Rick and I first met, this is crazy, but we met at a nudist camp, right? And we were the only two guys that didn't want to take off their clothes. And I don't think it was modesty or anything like that. I think we were embarrassed, because Rick obviously has a very large, and I have bunions that are just embarrassing. That being said, we were the two clothes guys at the nudist camp, and when we met, we decided that we should be friends for the rest of our life because of...
I'm sure you're not saying anything, but
Nothing.
I don't know, just in case.
Nothing. Just been sitting.
Okay, look at this thing.
Wow. 06.
Yeah.
What a year. What a year.
Yeah.
Packed up a U-Haul, moved to Los Angeles in 06.
Oh, did you?
Sure did. 4th of July. As I drove into Southern California, the beautiful colors that sprayed the sky, reminding us why we left the Brits. And I stormed into Long Beach, planted my flag, got my U-Haul broken into, slept on a lazy boy for 3 months, and I made it. It was a good year. It was a good year, 06.
July 4th.
4th of July, 2006, I moved to Los Angeles, California. I moved to Long Beach, California, with the hopes of one day getting up here, borrowing my friend Colin's car. I would drop him off at the casino where he'd go to work, and I'd come up and do open microphones.
I moved here almost 23 months to the day later. Wow. Where was your first open mic? Just do 2 years and then subtract 1 month.
I got to do it manually.
Well, that is.
April 30 days.
But
No,
I'm
it goes
saying
28
months.
days in April, May, June, February 28.
Not-
April, May,
not
June.
this year?
Skip it on the... Right, leap year.
Do you know why there's a leap year?
I imagine it's got something to do with Mark Leap and his whole cronies,
No.
Nothing to do with Mark Leap.
No.
Seriously?
Mark Leap's like 35 years old. This has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, but it's maybe... I guess that does. Yeah, I guess that doesn't make sense. But Mark's family must have something to do with it. No.
Yeah, but I mean, no. But I understand
No.
like the Leaps have been around for a while, but not as long as. I mean, no, that's not what it is. I guess that's actually a fair guess.
Yeah, thank you.
If it's about the Leap family, but no.
It's not.
No.
Why is it?
Do you know how long a year is? Really asking here.
12 months.
How many days?
Oof.
And this is where the Leaps come in.
364.6, something like that.
No. 365.25.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm down a day.
Yeah. You
Wow.
are.
That explains the lack of sleep. Woo!
So yeah, 365 days and 6 hours. So
Cool.
after 4 years, another day has passed.
It does feel better now.
So this Business Achievement Award they gave me as a consolation, basically to shut me up.
Time out. That thing is dangling. Look at the middle. Let go.
Oh, it's supposed to. It's like
Wow. That's like spinners.
yeah. That was 2006. And look at they used a label machine. Academic Achievement Award, College of Business. That's not a thing. That's not a real thing.
Is it though?
It's not.
They made that just for Rick.
So they were talking about like, oh, well, they said that makes sense. Like you did retake the classes when for college, graduate school admissions, you do have the GPA necessary to graduate with honors. But the way our system works it's not in. It's only when sending to other schools. It's not internal.
Oh.
So they made this for me, and then when I went to walk for graduation, I don't know how many people were in the College of Business. I'm going to make this number up, but let's say 700.
465.
That might be fine.
That was right.
465. Then.
Yeah.
And there were like 3 or 4 or 5 other people that were wearing these.
Mm-hmm.
They got them. They have no idea why they got them, but it was for anybody that did freshman forgiveness, retook some classes, and if basically they were not honors counting the classes they did, but they would be if they didn't count that semester.
Right.
Then they got this, and they're wearing them, and I'm walking around like they made that thing up for us.
Yeah, but you have a minimum order, I imagine, of 10.
Well, they only use 4 or 5 of them.
So where are the rest?
I do wonder if they still do that. Like, are there people that are getting business achievement awards now that have been around for maybe a third of the life of Mark Leap?
But they all still say 06 on them.
Well, here's the thing. You could take this off. Oh, wow. I actually wanted that honors on my diploma so bad because that's why I worked hard.
Where's your diploma?
I don't know, but I know where this is. For real. And so when I got home, I had the diploma and I wanted to, because I didn't feel like I was cheating because I had the honors. I graduated with the honors. They just wouldn't put it on the diploma.
Yeah.
So I wanted to print it on the diploma, but I only had one. So I practiced, I cut paper to be the size of the diploma and I practiced and I just felt like it's not, and I never ended up printing on it. But like I was really upset.
Well, you should be. That's disrespectful to you. Give me the award. If you're going to give me the award, give me the award.
And that's not a blanketed statement. I mean, sometimes we need the motivation.
Speaking of blanket, would you mind? The blanket?
You want a blanket?
I just want to cover this up. I don't really want to stare at this the whole pod.
You don't like the color?
No. That.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude, but...
I think you would be a pretty good Dragon Ball Z character. Like a pig.
It's just kind of hard to look at for... Especially the episode. It's just such an important episode.
Yeah, that is gross.
Sorry.
Yeah. That?
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
I feel much better.
Sorry.
That's okay. Not a problem. I was on the honor roll. I made Dean's list.
Ooh. Dean Del Rey's list?
Yeah, dude. You got good grades.
That sounds like, what's his name from Chicago that Will Ferrell does all the time?
Harry Carey. It's kind of the same guy. He did where, Harry Carey was, Cubs win. 2 balls. That's a home run. Sandberg goes out deep. He's taking it home. That's him. It's pretty good.
It's really good.
It's actually my impression. It sounds more like Will than it does actually Harry Carey. Harry Carey.
I don't know Harry Carey outside of Will. I mean, I do because of him, but you grew up probably listening to Harry Carey.
Love. He hit on my mom. Hit on my mom at a bar.
Why do I feel like I knew this story?
Maybe I told you this. He hit on my mom, and my dad said, "She's with me," and he goes, "Not for long."
Really?
Yeah.
He was being funny, or is he drunk and he's kind of creepy?
No, he was dead serious. My mother ended up going home with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did your dad carry?
He harried, that's for sure.
Tell me about your dean's list.
Okay, here's the deal. In high school, bad grades. Not good. Embarrassing. I didn't get into almost any colleges. And that's okay. And then, I know. And then I said, I think it's because I don't care about the classes. And my mother said, well, why don't you take classes that you like when you get to college?
Was this after or before she slept with Harry Carey?
Right after.
So you probably were a little resentful of your mom.
Big time. So I wanted to do good. I wanted to make up for all the years that I did bad in high school to show my mom, you don't got to sleep with an announcer to get me to do good in school. Mom. So I took classes that I liked, that I cared about. All the meanwhile, Harry just... If that's Harry Carey calling you right now, I'm going to be really disappointed.
No, I'm hearing vibrations, but it's not from me.
Not from me. Actually, I missed a call. I literally just missed a call. I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
Hi, sweetie.
Mom?
Yeah.
You're on my good friend Rick's podcast, Take Your Shoes Off. Tell me the story of the time that Harry Carey hit on you.
Well, I wouldn't call it hitting on me.
What did he do, Mom? Hold on. Hold on, Maureen. Hold on. Hold on. Ma?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Tell me the story.
Well, it's a very short one.
Make it long.
Ooh, pun intended.
Mom?
You talking about Harry's little weenie?
Mom, just
His
because
little hairy weenie?
just because Dad is out of town doesn't mean you get to behave that way.
Oh, it's a small story.
All that happened was we were walking in the restaurant and he just, put his arm out and he said, "Hello, pretty lady." That's all that happened.
Mom?
That's all that happened.
If you're lying to me. And what did
I'm
you
not that good a liar.
What
Well,
did you
actually,
say?
I kinda
What did you
am.
say back, Mom?
Gulp, gulp, gulp. I smiled and said thanks and kept walking.
That's right.
Andrew tells me that his papa said she's with me, and Harry Carey said not for long. Or how did he say it?
Not for long.
I'm not. I don't recollect that.
I think that's what you told me when I was a little boy, Maureen.
Well, I told you a lot of things that weren't true when you were little.
Give me some
just
other ones.
entertain you.
What else did
Just
you
to
tell
entertain
me?
you.
What else?
Oh, you'd have to give me some time to think about that. Because I don't lie or make stuff up anymore. That was a long time ago.
What was the inciting incident that made you realize you should stop lying and making stuff up? Did something happen?
Nothing happened, but the kids just got, too smart for me. And, they knew that I, wasn't being forthcoming. So I just quit,
So you were only doing it because you were getting away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was, it was kind of fun,
Sure.
kind of, just something fun to do,
Do you know
I did
how much
not. I didn't
resentment
do any
Andrew
of this.
carries?
What?
Do you know how much resentment Andrew carries for this stuff? And this, how he feels about being lied about the tooth fairy?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last part of that.
You lied to me about the tooth fairy, Mom, for years.
Oh, well, so did every mother.
Okay, that's not an excuse. If everybody jumped off a bridge, are you jumping, Maureen?
I was only thinking of you, I just
That's sweet.
wanted to, I was just thinking of you, babe, just wanted to make it,
Did I make you proud?
you still make me proud to this day.
Well, I'm still disappointed in you, but I love you, okay? I'll call you afterwards.
I'm the best mother ever, and don't you forget.
Okay, we got to enter a competition then, because there's a lot out there.
There's some good moms.
There's some really good moms.
Well, don't be sharing, don't be sharing too much stuff because,
You're right.
There's some
I won't
things
talk
need
about
to
the
stand to
hitting.
wraps.
I won't talk about the hitting.
Do you want us to bleep us discussing how small Harry Carey's wiener is?
No, I do not.
Okay, we'll
Thanks
keep it.
anyway.
I
We're
love
going to
you.
get some letters.
Love you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye, sweetie.
Number one. So she says, maybe 6 or 7. She's top 10, but she's not.
I don't know your mom very well.
She's so lovely. I took her to the premiere of
Rickety Stickety?
Rickety Snickety, available on Amazon Prime Video right now. Number 1.
My dad loves it, and my dad is convinced it's a television show.
I love your dad so much.
So I said, Dad, it's not a TV show. He's like, well, I watched the first episode. And I said, was it 148 minutes? I'd like to get my dad on the phone so we could talk about it.
Give him a little ring-a-doodle. Flip. God, I love your father. I love your mother. I love your father. You know who I don't love because I don't know him yet is your cousin.
Cousin Danny? Do you want a drink?
Nope.
Well, Grandma, I do.
Barkeep!
Glass of water, you got it.
Please.
Sure.
You want to say barkeep?
Yes.
Oh my God. You've got to be fucking crazy.
Grandma, will you say welcome to Take Your Shoes Off podcast? Stop on in for a drink.
Hey, welcome to Shoes Off Podcast. Come in for a lovely drink served by Mr. Daniel.
It's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to post that now, and maybe we could get some bites.
Well, they took me to jail with some of these guys were in the mafia. I forgot their names. I forgot the names.
Hi. Oh, hi.
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. Thanks. Hi. Go on.
All right. Anyway.
Would you hold them or put them off the rug? Go ahead.
Anyways.
Can I just have
I forgot his name. Anyways, and so Benny had to go and get her out.
How? What does that mean?
I think he got a lawyer. I don't know. He just got her out. He went wherever he was. I don't know, jail, and he paid money for her and got her out.
What was you and Grandpa? What was the story in Cuba when you had to sell?
Oh,
you had to sell
no. We went to Cuba with 3 other couples, and that was just when Castro was coming in. And we get off the plane, and your grandfather thought he was funny, so he would make jokes, and they put us in a separate room, and they searched us and all kinds of junk. We finally got released.
Search you for what? For like weapons or
yeah,
drugs?
whatever they search you for. Then I was pregnant with Robert, so 63 years ago. 63 years ago, and then we went to the National Hotel, and.
I'm listening.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, you went to the National. She gave me $20.
Come on, you do know.
I don't know. I posted on Instagram that because I took the. Remember the video that you did?
Yeah.
That said coming because I have the bar and I told people where to come and.
She didn't come. You know her.
I have no idea who that is.
He posted. You saw him post on.
I have no idea who that is. I know. She's beautiful.
And I thought she was one of your girlfriends. Come on. She's beautiful.
I know.
Not doing that well.
I should have said something.
Why don't you get her name?
I never met him.
The Replenish King?
Yeah, I never met him. And I don't know why you keep me away from that guy.
You know, he gets recognized as the Replenish guy, and he doesn't like it.
Well, then we should blow it up more.
He really doesn't like it, and he tends bar. So people, when they want to drink, they will ask him to replenish.
I mean,
the story of this is Danny was in the Replenish. It was what it was, but then my dad was going to call Uncle Bob.
Meet Uncle Bob. Connect people's internet. Niche, specialized shit. Geographic location 211. Hey now.
Well, it is my pleasure to introduce the world's best economic development and client advocate of internet bandwidth and fixed voice communications, because it is time to meet Uncle Bob.
It's Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Hello, Uncle Bob.
Hi, Uncle Bob.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Okay. And I guess Danny and his dad, Uncle Bob, were in a little bit of like, Danny at the time was still living in Cleveland, living with his dad. And there was a little, Uncle Bob and Danny are, they're very close. They love each other very much, but they have a couple of differences. Uncle Bob has some things that I'm kind of like. He wants things a certain way. And Danny was young and didn't have those things a certain way. And the way Uncle Bob would communicate it to him, I don't think Danny liked it. I don't quite understand. This was a long time ago, but I do know that when my dad was joking around calling his brother Uncle Bob, Danny goes, "Don't call him." And I edited that stuff out. But the reason was Danny straight up said he's going to say that this is a problem of this is a small problem of bigger things. Like he said it. And then Uncle Bob, when he said it, he goes, "It's a microcosm of more serious things."
Yeah.
And it made Danny furious. And at the end of it, he goes, "That's it. I'm fucking getting out of here." He was so upset, and we were laughing so much. So I ended up posting this video because it's just an honest, funny family moment, and it's just like blown up.
Yeah.
And I think Danny still has this thing about it?
Resentment.
Maybe.
It's a something. It's a thorn in his side.
You know, I've never made money off of it, but it has gotten me a fair amount of subscribers on social media.
Well, they can subscribe to him.
I sent him $1,000 once. I'm like, Danny, thank you very much.
Wow.
And you know what I want to call? What we call my dad? I want to call Danny.
Call Danny.
Let's call Danny.
What do we call him? D? Big D?
Cousin Danny.
Annie? You ever call him Annie?
Yeah.
I'll call him Annie. He's not tending right now, is he?
It's too early in the day.
It's 6:30.
Teddy, what do you like about your electric bike?
Well, when you get a little too tired, you just push the little button in, and it goes by itself. I love my e-bike, and I can actually bring my wife on the back of it.
This spring, get out there, enjoy the weather, and recapture the magic of riding a bike with electric bike. Go to electricbikes.com to discover e-bikes that start at just $799 with the XP Lite.
Up to 150 miles on one charge with Lectric's unbeatable long-range options.
Could you say plus savings on gas, parking, and maintenance after I say this?
Yes.
Plus parking and maintenance.
Financing as low as $49 per month.
Plus maintenance on gas, parking.
Plus savings on gas, parking, and maintenance.
Always wear a helmet.
Ships free.
Quick toolless assembly.
And is foldable for easy travel and storage. Go full throttle into spring with electric e-bikes.
The number one selling e-bike in the nation.
E-Gats.
Please mention that Take Your Shoes Off sent you in the post-survey.
Post-checkout survey. That's electric, Lectrice bikes.com.
I love Rocket Money.
I love Rocket Money because they own the calves.
They find all the fucking wasted stuff.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. All those
come on.
your subscriptions
I'm
you
paying
have
for
that you're
all sorts of
paying
weird
for and
shit.
don't know about it.
I'm paying for like 10 porn sites that I don't even know.
This episode is sponsored by Rocket Money.
Money.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings.
Teddy, why is that important?
I don't know. Now, you don't want to pay for shit that you're not using, man.
Rocket Money will even try to negotiate and lower your bills for you by up to 20%.
Yeah, you just have to push a button and it goes away.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of over $500 million.
What? And cancel subscriptions?
Yes, that's right, Teddy. And cancel subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/TYSO.
That's rocketmoney.com/TYSO.
rocketmoney.com/TYSO. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Teddy, are you in therapy?
Theoretically.
So no?
Yeah, I see her once every 6 months.
What I like about therapy is it helps me recognize things in my life that I didn't realize were things and patterns that could be helped. For example, would you show everybody how you chew, Teddy? Okay. See, I actually have not figured out how to be okay with that one yet, but there are other things in my life that therapy has helped me with.
Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp.
It matches you with a clinical licensed therapist in about 48 hours. And if you don't like the therapist that they match you with, you could get another one for free. Teddy, what do you think people should find?
Chew with your mouth closed.
No, a social sweet spot.
What do you say? Dad, say that again.
Find your social sweet spot.
I'm still trying to find my social
Visit
sweet spot.
BetterHelp.com/TYSO for 10% off your first month. That's
BetterHelp.
HELP.com/TYSO.
TYSO.
Hello?
Dan Labooms, East Laban. How are you?
What? Good. How are you?
I got you. Oh, good. I got you on the hit podcast, Take Your Shoes Off here, and I'm here with Andrew Santino.
Big D.
Oh, what's up, man?
I love you, D.
So,
yeah.
Got to reciprocate before we move on.
Sure.
What's up?
I'd like you to reciprocate the I love you before we move on.
Oh, I love you.
Okay. Can we do it one more time, maybe?
I love you.
Say it like you guys were being intimate.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm at work. There's a bunch of people. They don't know the context of this. I love you.
It's okay. They'll get it.
Yeah.
They'll understand. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'll tell them to watch the podcast.
No, Danny, we don't need jokes. Just pretend you're getting fucked and tell Andrew that you love him.
Okay. Andrew, I love you, and I'm proud of you.
No. No, like show him what I mean. Andrew, you tell him.
Danny, I love you, baby.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna lie. I can't.
Danny, we want you to just pretend like you are having sex with Andrew.
Oh.
And that you love him and what that would sound like. And be loud.
I love you.
So what's the deal with the Replenish video? I have the feeling that you kind of resent that video a little bit. Could you talk on that for a moment?
Sure. I mean, I don't resent the video. I find it what's the word? I find it not representative truly as who I am as a person, but I do acknowledge that it's funny, and I'm glad that people have been able to find something in their own families or something similar that they could relate to in that video.
Now, when you say it's not a fair representation, of course, it's a 1-minute video, but what in particular or what specific things do you feel represent you poorly or inaccurately or without context?
Well, first of all, I hate the way I look in that video.
I think you look good. I actually think you look good.
I look terrible. I look zuptic.
That's Yiddish.
I know.
I think you know what? I take that back. I think if I look hot and ripped in that video, it would look different.
Are you hot and ripped?
He's not ripped.
I'm hotter and ripped than I was back then.
He's in better shape, but we're the Glassmans. We're not hot. Some of us have good hair, and
does he have good hair?
We max out at like 8.
Danny, what is not representative? Is it the you not replenishing, or is it how upset you got at the end?
I think it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit like,
You're not a replenish. You don't replenish. You still don't replenish.
I've gotten better.
Cut to it.
Let's see if cousin Danny learned how to replenish.
One more for the road?
Nope.
What the fuck? Danny doesn't fucking replenish.
I do think I don't like that I lost my temper so much in that video. I think nowadays I wouldn't be so upset about that.
Okay, well, let's play it out right now.
How so?
Let's see how he would react right now.
Okay.
Danny, you didn't fucking replenish. What happens when you take a Coke from outside? What do? Daniel? What do you do? Come on.
I fucked up. What did I say? I fucked up.
Wow.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Well, what are you going to do next time? You get a soda. What do you do now? When you get a pop, what do you do?
I replenish.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right. We'll be seeing you.
Bye.
Anything you want to plug?
You got tour dates?
all
Is he
right.
touring? Are you got tour dates coming up?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Plug some tour dates. So you got plug your website, plug tour dates, plug everything.
Is there anything you want to let people know?
I will. I got to go now.
Danny, before you go, real quick.
Yeah.
While we're getting into the family stuff, could you explain to Andrew what your dad does for a living? Sincerely.
Honestly, I honestly can't. I still don't know.
All right.
I really
Talk
don't
to you
know.
later.
All right. Bye.
Are you privy to this piece of information of the Glassman family?
What does he do?
So 10 years ago or so?
Before you go, can I plug Danny's stuff? because he didn't do it?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. He sent me a text.
Yep.
Hey, guys, Danny is going to be at Wackadoos Comedy Club, Virginia Beach, March 27th.
Yeah, this doesn't come out until
so that date
8th,
doesn't
April
matter.
9th.
Oh, okay, so that date doesn't matter. He's going to be in Boynton Beach, Florida, at Congaloo's Comedy Club from May 4th until the 26th. I guess he's doing a lot of shows. Then he's going to be over in Sammamish, Washington.
We could just put him
Do you
up.
mind?
Okay.
Sammamish, Washington. He'll be there June 4th to the 4th. He's only doing one night. Then he's going to be in Great Neck, Canada. He'll be there July 4th of July, until the end of the month. Go to Come See Danny, spelled C-U-M, come, the letter C, Danny, D-A-N-I, comeseedanny.com.
All right. So, 10 years ago,
Yeah.
having Thanksgiving dinner with the family. I never knew what Uncle Bob does for a living. He's always talking about, he does something with phones, with the internet, like routers. There was some Uncle Bob lore, early days of the Take Your Shoes Off, because we had him on once to try and explain what he did. One of my favorite episodes of that podcast, Dad Teddy 2.0, episode 32, he comes on. His Twitter bio is, here, read this. Read Uncle Bob's Twitter bio. This is what he does. Very complicated.
Robert Glassman, economic development and client advocate of internet bandwidth and fixed voice communications.
Okay. So
he works at the Verizon store.
No. He's his own person. So we're sitting around the family, and I was in a silly mood, and also, like, I don't remember how it came up, but
Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
Is that CC Sabathia?
Oh yeah, stepping over somebody.
I would love to see CC Sabathia on this show, if you're available. Spin.
I said, Uncle Bob, what do you do for a living?
What did he say?
And he goes, before he answered, my grandma, his mother, starts. My grandma, now she laughs a lot. She laughs at me a lot. I think ever since, and that's not a blanketed statement, I really think she's just having a good time with me. But at the time, she had only laughed at me maybe 7 times ever. And she lost it. I never heard her laugh like that. Which means she also doesn't know what Uncle Bob does. And that nobody ever asks him. They just let him talk about it. And everybody, that's when we all realized nobody in the family knew what Uncle Bob did, but nobody knew that nobody knew. Everyone thought, I don't know what Uncle Bob does, but everyone else does.
Right.
It's probably been more than 10 years. Still, nobody knows what he does.
Still.
Does
he have an office?
He works from home. He does something with 211. Do you have to sneeze?
Is he a 211 guy?
He's set people up with it. I don't know. But what I would like to do is I'd like to call some people in my family and see if they could explain what Uncle Bob does, and you could interview them with your interview skills.
Would love it.
Okay.
I like your socks.
Thank you.
I got into comfy socks recently. For a while, I was just buying socks.
Why?
Aimlessly. Without purpose. I just thought they come and they go. Now, I like a nice pair of a cool patterned, funky, comfy socks. Please go to my website, andrewsantino.com. Get yourself a pair of comfy, funky socks.
Are you selling socks?
I am.
Or are you selling lies?
The socks are made of lye, yes, which is quite dangerous.
Yes. You know, indoor-outdoor version of lye is a material called sisal. Do you know about this?
I do know sisal. Do you also know about PFAS?
I don't.
We have to get them out of our pots and pans. They're giving everybody cancer. It's also linked to Teflon.
Oh, it's I'm using stainless steel or I'm using cast iron, my friend.
Cast forever. Hey, that's why you get cast on a lot of stuff.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. And because like we were talking about, like the pornography winter is coming, all the seasons, that's why it's important to remind people to season their cast irons.
Yeah, you have to season it. Don't clean them. Stop cleaning cast iron.
You could give it a give it a little wipe down, but you don't need to scrub it.
Let it sit. Let it sit.
Ask my dad. Esther said, what does your brother do for a living?
Hi.
Baby.
I'm getting excited for you to come home.
I'm so excited to come home, Pop. I miss you.
You can come too.
I would love to, and you know I want to, but I want to ask you one important question.
Okay, what?
What does Uncle Bob do?
What does a Chabad do?
Uncle Bob.
Oh, what does
Chabad.
Uncle Bob do?
Well, tell us what Uncle Bob does first.
No, he said a Chabad, like a Jew.
No, what does a Chabad do?
Well,
A Chabad
they dirty a lot of
plays
plates.
and goofies and goes back and forth and grows long sideburns.
Okay, then what does Uncle Bob do?
And we're gonna ask. We're gonna ask mom to do. We're gonna ask mom to answer this too. We're gonna ask
He
mom.
does much of the same thing.
Dad, I want you to be honest. Really trying to explain because we're calling all the family members. Really try to explain, and then I'm gonna have mom try. No jokes. What does he
Uncle
do?
Bob is an advocate to install phone systems. We install the phone system at our store, and he advised us on who to use, what type of phones to go to, what kind of service contracts to go to, what kind of hard lines and soft lines and hardware and software, and he advises on all of that, and he knows what he's doing.
Give me an example of a soft line piece of information that he advised you on.
VOC or not VOC?
You know what that is?
A video only call.
No, VOC or not VOC.
Or not video only calling.
No, it's the phrase is it's in a colloquial sense.
Dad, will you explain to Andrew what VOC means?
It means voice over control.
And did you go with voice over control or not?
Yes, we did.
And what did Uncle Bob tell you? What made you go that route?
He advises not to go that route.
Yeah, so what does he do?
Well, we just didn't take his advice, and in retrospect, we should have, because VOC sucks.
VOC or AOC? Go.
I don't know. It's phone via the internet. So if everybody's on the phone and everybody's online and you don't have enough bandwidth, the phones don't work.
All right.
I don't know what he does.
Yeah, we still don't get it.
He's an advocate for the communication industry.
But if you're not even taking his advice, how effective is his advocacy?
Well, a lot of other people have taken his advice, and he's been right. Our people chose not to.
Does he get paid depending upon how? Well, no, I know I don't mean in general. Does he get paid dependent upon his performance?
He gets paid. He also sells phone lines to like nursing homes and school systems. That's his bread and butter. He advises them on where to go to if they go to Spectrum, or if they go to AT&T, or if they go to Run Up In Ya. He gets a fee from those people who he refers to.
Okay, that's his bread and butter. What's his meat and potatoes?
His meat and potatoes is shepherd's pie.
Okay, I actually do know what he does now. Thank you,
Dad. Rickety Stinkety. You like that TV show?
Okay, it's not Rickety Stickety. It's Ricky Stankiewicz. Is that correct,
No.
Andrew?
It not, but it doesn't honestly.
Stinkety.
Stanicky.
Stanicky. Okay, I love the premise.
How many episodes did you watch?
I watched only the first episode.
How long was it?
I think it was 50 minutes, maybe.
Hour and a half.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you watched. I think you watched to the midpoint because it's a movie, Dad.
Okay, then I watched the midpoint.
Good.
My point being,
Your midpoint being.
I love the premise that there's I don't want to spoiler alert, especially on Ricky's podcast.
Yeah, don't spoil her.
Okay,
But for people that haven't seen it yet, Dad. For people that haven't seen it yet,
this.
hold on, Dad.
Andrew,
Could you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
For people that haven't seen it yet, give a little, because you're a salesman. You're a great salesman.
Yes.
Could you turn on the Glassman salesman charm,
please,
and let people? We'll put up a lower third, and you could lip what he's saying.
Yeah.
And explain this to people in 30 seconds or less.
Well, I can explain it in 2 words.
Yeah, but maybe 15 to 30 seconds then.
I'll expound upon the true words, but the first reason you have to watch the show is very simple. Andrew Santino,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He steals the show. Besides that,
It's a rom-com, and we're all tired of the same plots for rom-coms, okay? This is different. It's believable. It's well-written. I loved it, and I suggest you watch it because what else do you have to do? I suggest you watch it because what else do you have to do? Okay, must be a bad connection.
Maybe Uncle Bob should have helped out with that.
Yeah.
Boom!
All right. Well, I'm going to give the phone to Mom
Yeah.
so she can tell you what Uncle Bob does.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you, Andrew.
I love him.
What?
Yeah, and Andrew and Ricky are here.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Mom, when Dad says Andrew, do you know what Andrew that means?
I think it means Andrew Santino.
Mom, we're calling the family to find out what Uncle Bob does. Without making jokes, could you explain it to Andrew and answer any questions he has?
Well, I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I know that he is an advocate of something. I know that he helps people do something with something that has to do with phones. I know that he works really hard. I mean, he works really hard.
He does.
How long have I known Robert? I've known him 47 years.
Okay. Has he done the same thing for all 47 years?
No, he used to work for the hotel when you had hotel. He works really hard.
How long has he been in the phone business, though? The client advocate for internet fixed voice communications.
35 or something years.
Okay.
And I say this because if he hears this, he's going to be so mad. But I don't understand, like, how he's an advocate for phones.
He loves phones. He's for phones.
I am too.
Same.
But he doesn't. Like. No, I'm not going to say that.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Look, I see what's going on. I'm Gretel. You're Hansel. She's just left us a couple of breadcrumbs. What did he do in the hotel business before the phones?
He sat by the pool a lot. I know that.
Okay, no, that's a hint.
He sat by the pool a lot, and he was a lifeguard. He worked at the desk. He worked at the desk, and he worked
With the desk answering what, Mom?
What did he answer at the desk?
Questions.
Over
People
what?
had questions.
What device did he use to answer questions usually?
Telephones.
That's
See,
Bing,
there
ding,
it
ding,
is.
ding, 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 ding.
Started with it.
So I think we have to go
Telephones.
back to the 70s and the 80s to better understand
Well,
what
I met Robert. I met Uncle Bob in June of '77.
What a year.
And I got to tell you something. All kidding aside, I loved him from the beginning because he was so sweet to me. And since Steve's parents hated my guts, Robert was the only one. Robert loved me.
I just realized something, Mom, and maybe this was a coincidence, but exactly 29 years and 1 month after you met Uncle Bob, Andrew Santino moved to California.
Wow.
We gotta call other family members. Is there anything you want to plug?
Wait a minute. That. Do I have anything I want to plug?
Yeah, your website or dates. You got dates coming up?
No, I've got nothing going on. As a matter of fact, I haven't left the house in days, so I really am pretty boring.
All right. Love you, Mama.
Okay.
Hey, Andrew, I
Yep.
just got to tell you something. I think you're the cutest.
I love you. I miss you and I love you.
I love you and I miss you, darling. Am I hanging up the phone now?
Yeah. Well, Uncle Bob would probably tell you to hold on to it, but I think it's okay right now.
Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you call Uncle Bob?
I'm gonna. We're gonna call
him right
Uncle Bob's
now.
Uncle Bob's the boss of this video game. We gotta work our way through.
Yeah.
And I think Grandma will be Goro, the second to last boss.
Also very.
Okay, but let me just ask you something.
You know how many phones Goro could hold?
Do you think Grandma
Put up a
knows
picture.
what he does? don't know.
I think Grandma knows it involves, because I've asked her recently, I check in, and she knows it's something with nursing homes, and she's very proud of him.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, he does do something confusing for me that has to do with something that has something to do with something.
I get that. That makes sense.
All right, well, hold on to it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Love you, Mom.
All right,
Bye.
Love you. Bye, darling.
I think this is great. I think this episode is getting to the bottom of this. Well, I don't know if we can get to the bottom of it, but at least put our fingers in.
But here's the deal. Much like archaeologists, much like paleontologists, much like sociologists.
All the ologists.
Almost all of them. You got to keep digging.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep digging.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been digging for years. I've had them on. I've confronted them.
Well, you got to keep digging. And one day, you'll get to China.
Ariel, Rick Glassman, Take Your Shoes Off podcast. How are you?
Hello, Rick Glassman. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I have you on my podcast with my friend Andrew Santino, and we are trying.
Hi, Ariel.
Hello, Andrew.
We're calling the family. We're calling the family.
Okay.
We're trying to get to the bottom of this. Without any jokes, could you please explain what your dad does for a living?
Oh, God. Well, he works for Comtrol.
Okay. That's
and
he's been doing this for how long? Since you were born, right?
He hasn't had his own company since I was born. However, he's basically the middleman between different, I'll call them clients. They could be school districts, they could be municipalities, they could be retirement communities,
nursing
homes. And their phone line providers. So like the AT&Ts and those types of people. So like anytime there's like, I think he does internet now too, because it used to just be phone lines, but there's like an issue where like their phones are down. Or
Ariel,
like the internet's down. Yes.
Do you know about the hotel years?
The hotels?
When he worked in the
years?
The years he worked in the hotel. What was he doing back then?
That's a great question. I think he was like management.
And what was he doing as a manager, do you think?
What managers at hotels do?
What do they do? Ariel, what do they do?
They take care of the property. They make sure the people are happy.
And for the people that aren't on premises and they want to make sure that they're happy, how does he make them happy?
Oh, God bless.
What would he use?
That scares me. I don't know.
If somebody wasn't on property, they were inquiring about the property, how would they get a hold of the property?
They would call the property.
They would call the
Using
property.
What? Their phones.
Right. So there's got to be something there.
I don't know. You guys could be onto something.
Well, we are.
Okay, so get off our ass about it.
Yeah, stop being a bully about it.
Well, we got Comtrol out of this. We're digging, we're finding stuff. So all we really got is Comtrol, municipalities, AT&T.
He's like the middleman.
What does that mean? Because let's say I want a phone, right? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to head on over to mintmobile.com/TYSO and use code TYSO to get up to 3 months for $15 with unlimited data.
Wow, what a
data? Uncle Bob is your dad.
Did you used to call him Dada or Daddy or Dad or Pop or Papa?
Or did you always call him Uncle Bob like us?
No, it would be Dad, but my kids call him Pop. So you were onto something there.
Pop, soda pop, replenish the pop. Ariel, we got to go.
We got to go.
Is there anything you want to plug?
We don't have time.
We got to go.
Goodbye.
All right, love you. Bye. Okay. Pop, replenish, data, the dad, Comtrol, middleman.
It's right there.
But I can't see it. Could you? Of course, it's here.
Call your grandmother.
Yep. We'll show Uncle Bob explaining a little bit too real quick before Grandma answers. Uncle Bob, 30 seconds or less. What do you do for a living?
I connect people's internet.
What does that mean?
You mean you come to my house and screw it in?
Is that what you're saying? You go in, like you work for a company that comes in and screws in the modem to the coaxial cable?
No, I'm at a point in time where I've become trusted enough, built up enough a reputation where I take on hard projects, niche specialized shit in telecom. That's what I do.
Okay, come on.
It's like the Green Beret.
Okay,
you bring in me. Remember Red Adair?
Yes, Red Adair.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
No,
Fred's brother.
Red Adair was when they had the when we attacked Iran and the oil fields started blowing up, he was the only guy.
That's
who could
you
get
for
out
the internet.
That's me for.
Yeah, okay, so but I still don't understand what do
when it
you
breaks,
do?
I fucking fix it, and they pay me.
He's unbelievable. That was the most. Can you run that again?
Yeah, we'll put in fast forward real quick. Give us a little fast forward music. Hold on 1 second. No, the little fast. Go on, go like this. Go on, go like this. No, but dude, keep doing it. Okay, and we're back.
Hello?
Ooh. Grandma.
Rick, what the hell have you been?
Say that again?
Huh?
What did you
I
ask?
said, where have you been, Ricky?
Oh, Grandma, I've been working trying to put food on the table.
Well, you'll put food on the table. I'm not going to worry about you, Ricky. By the way, I was going to call you today. Larry David was on Rich Eisen's show for almost an hour today.
Did you call
I
in?
have never laughed harder in my whole life.
You know, Grandma, one of Larry David's producing partners, writers, directors, Jeff Schaefer was on Rich Eisen, and you called in and spoke with Jeff Schaefer.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
And Jeff Schaefer has become a friend and also co-created a show called Dave with Dave Bird, a.k.a. Little Dicky, that one of my best friends, Andrew Santino, is on. Isn't that a small world?
Oh, my God.
Now, a smaller
I
world.
love Jeff Schaefer. I talked to him.
I remember. Now, to show you how small this world is, Grandma. Also, how are you eating? Are you hungry? Are you doing good?
I can't hear you, honey. What'd you say?
How are you eating? Are you eating well?
No, why? Sure, I'm eating well.
Oh, good. I just want to make sure I'm putting food on the table for you. Now, that Andrew
What
Santino.
about my phone? Hey, who's going to pay for my phone?
I pay for your phone.
Where?
Wait a minute. Don't you already have the new phone?
Pardon me?
You have the new phone. Aren't you using your new phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, yeah.
Yeah, I sent Dad money for it.
Oh, he never gave it to me.
But he pays your bills anyway. How would he give it to you?
No, he doesn't pay my bill. I do.
Well, we got to tell Dad because I sent him the money.
No, they take it out of my account every month.
Well, Dad is putting it back in, and that's not why I'm here. I'm trying to explain to my friend Andrew what Uncle Bob does for a living.
Why don't you call Uncle Bob and ask him?
Well, we're going to call him. But we've been calling the whole family. And
Why?
all we've got so far is
data, hotel, Comcast, AT&T, middleman,
nursing homes.
Advocacy.
Now, that's all we have. We don't know what that means. You're his mother. He's been doing this for 35 years.
I'm his mother.
Tell us what Uncle Bob does for a living, please.
He does work for. He installs in offices and everything some kind of cell phone for rescues. I don't know.
He installs cell phones for dog rescue places.
No, he does.
She's
He
messing it
works
up.
for nursing homes. He does a lot of work for nursing homes and companies.
What does he do for nursing homes?
He installs like where they have to call for 911 and everything.
What does that mean? He installs where they have to call.
I don't know. You have to call him. He'll explain everything.
Well, Grandma, if he's such a client advocate of internet fixed bandwidth and voice communications.
Wait a minute. Okay, you know what? Something's the matter. Hold on.
She changes the lights. Hello?
It's Uncle Bob.
Grandma.
What?
Grandma, could you hear me okay?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Grandma, if he is an advocate for phones and for nursing homes, how come I'm the one buying you a phone when you're 92, 93 years old?
Well, he doesn't make the money you make.
That's another hint.
It feels like you're taking a dig at Uncle Bob right now.
Could be both at the same time.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Well, there's somebody in your...
Oh, yeah, I told you, my friend Andrew Santino.
Oh, well, I don't know him.
Well, get to know him.
Where's David Sullivan?
David Sullivan's at home.
Oh, well, tell him I said hello.
Okay. Grandma, Andrew, you said I make a decent amount of money. Andrew makes probably 8 times what I make.
That's not true.
Who does?
At least 8 times then. My friend
Who
Andrew.
does?
My friend Andrew,
Good for him.
Is there anything you want that's $5,000 or less that we could see if Andrew will buy you?
No, you tell him to give it to people that really need it. I only need a dime in this, a dime in that. You know where Miranda is? In Palm Beach, Florida.
We'll call her, see if we could get to the bottom of this Uncle Bob thing. Grandma, I love you. Anything you want to plug?
Anything I want?
Yeah, anything you want to plug?
No.
All right, I love you.
Where are you going?
We could stay. Well, I'm on a podcast right now, Grandma.
Oh, you're not on a podcast. Aren't you watching? Did you watch any of the basketball?
The March Madness? You know, the only March Madness that's going on in my mind right now, and I think in Andrew's is, Andrew, you tell her.
What does Uncle Bob do?
What does Uncle Bob do? Call him. He's home. He's just got a new phone put in.
Who put it in?
Who put in the phone?
He installed a new phone. Who put it in? Probably, I don't know, AT&T.
Thank you, Grandma. Talk to you soon.
Is that all you're going to do? Say to me?
What do you want me to say to you? I'll say anything you want. I'm on a podcast. I'm really on a podcast.
Well, really, that show last night was phenomenal.
Which show?
Your show. What show?
Thank you so much. Not Dead Yet on ABC's Wednesdays at 8:30. Thank you so much, Grandma.
It was phenomenal. I really, really loved it.
Well, Grandma, do you think I am phenomenal?
It's really, no, it's good. I like the whole scene. And I love him. I love her father. He's funny.
Brad Garrett.
Yeah, I love him. I loved him in his other show.
Do you? But not as much as you love Larry David.
Well,
but everybody loves Raymond.
Grandma, did you know that Ray Romano still holds the record for the highest paid television actor of all time? Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Grandma, guess how much he made per episode?
I don't know.
Andrew, you guess.
1.6.
2.5 the last season.
Million?
2.5 million. That's of course including his producer fees and et cetera. 2.5 million an episode.
Well, what if he was a wide receiver for the Browns? He'd make $450 million. Or quarterback, I should say.
Oh, motherfucker! Oh, he almost got it. Almost an interception.
Now they have to run the ball up the middle for 2 years.
Shut up, Robert. This is going to be a long day for me. I think I'm going to go in the other room and just wait.
Grandma, will you talk football with Andrew for a second?
Yes.
Andrew, what's your team?
Caleb Williams.
The Bears?
Good or bad?
Who?
Caleb Williams.
Oh, well, the guy from USC, from Chicago.
He's going to be a Bear.
Yeah. I watched him his pro day.
Did you like him? Is he good for us? Is it a good move to get rid of Justin Fields?
I think he's going to be wonderful. I don't like the Bears, but I like him. I think he's great. And he's got some good wide receivers he's going to throw to now.
Good.
All right. Well, glad. Grandma, I love you. I'll call you later, okay?
Call me later.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm not going to do it, but I so badly want to call Jeff Schaefer right now.
Call him. And I would love if we could merge it in with my grandma.
He'll never answer.
Ariel just wrote, I totally forgot to tell Andrew that I'm a big fan. We love Dave. Please tell him for me.
I love her. Give me the thing. I'll call Shafe. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Of course. Toss.
I met him through my grandma.
It's fucking amazing. We haven't spoken.
Since.
I change my voice when I say hi to him, if you don't mind.
I understand.
I just don't.
It's like when you're ordering at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
You left a message saying, yeah, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So, we have a few more cousins.
How many more do we have?
But we could just get right to Uncle Bob.
Okay.
Now, this has to be delicate.
Oh, can I read you a text message?
Yes.
From my mom? By the way, the only time I really lied to you was when that hooker got shot in the street and we told you it was paint. I swear to God. And then the doorman blew my cover and told you it really happened. What was he thinking? You were like 8 or 9. I love
Do you remember that?
Very vividly. It was crazy. A man, and this is a lesson. If you're going to get a woman of the night, a call girl, pay your debts. He didn't pay this.
You just gave me an idea.
What?
Winter is coming. C-U-M-M-I-N-G.
Yes.
We have Cersei Lannister paying Lady of the Night, paying her debts because the Lannisters always pay their debts.
Of course.
I want to make this. This story that you're telling me, what if Game of Thrones happened in 1993?
It's brilliant.
Instead of dragons, we have the police.
It's the same thing. This man didn't pay his debt. Open air Jeep. He had a drop top open air Jeep. Shot him right outside of my apartment. Boom, right below us.
Whoa.
Next day I go down. The guy at the front.
But what made you think it was pink? Because you saw blood?
My mother told me it was paint.
But what was it? Did you see it?
Blood.
You did see it?
A lot of blood.
Whoa.
Lot of blood. My mom said, that's paint. We were going to White Hen Pantry to get me a Long John. Do you know what a Long John is?
Gulp.
Well, I know of Long Johns as something that you wear under your pants to keep warm, but it sounds like, I guess it would be like a submarine sandwich.
Long John donut.
Huh.
The Long John.
Like a maple bar.
Correct, but we call them Long Johns.
All long donuts are called Long Johns, no matter what kind? So there's maple Long Johns, there's plain Long Johns?
Well, there's Long Mikes, Long Kevins, and Long Steves. Long Johns are my favorite. Long Johns are black.
So Long John is chocolate?
Correct.
Long Steve?
Vanilla.
Long Kevin?
Mexican.
Huh. And what's a Mexican donut? Like a churro flavor?
You
know what I meant.
I don't.
Cinnamon sugar.
Oh, delicious.
Right.
When you eat it, it goes.
That's how you Andrew-fy something.
And I went to go get a Long John, and I saw the blood.
Chocolate.
Yeah, Long John. And I saw the blood, and I said, Mom, that looks like blood. And she said, it's paint, Andrew.
And was he just laying there?
They had cleaned that up.
Oh, so you just saw the paint.
And she said, it's paint. And the doorman, I'm chatting him up while I'm eating a bag of chips.
Another time.
Next day.
So wait, hold on. So,
they got away with the paint lie for a day.
Okay, you're eating your, what is that? It's paint. Okay, you go upstairs. Now you go downstairs, you got a little bag of chips. The guy opens the door for you. What was his name?
John.
That's I just discovered something acting.
Yeah.
Is that what that was? I find that if you're just discovering something, if you snap your fingers before you say it,
Yeah. John.
Okay.
Now, I walked downstairs. He was hit behind the desk. He goes, hey, what's up? Nothing. How did all that paint spill? That ain't paint. I remember him saying that. That ain't paint. That's blood. Shock. Blood? A hooker shot a man. She didn't pay him. He didn't pay her. She shot his ass.
Huh.
Have a good day.
Is that why you got into comedy?
It's exactly why, thanks to John.
So Dean's List, huh? We never got back to that. You got honors?
Honors in college. I graduated summa cum laude.
That's.
By the way, summa cum laude is the name of an episode of Winter is Coming.
Sure.
Summa cum laude, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you, summa cum laude, summa cum quiet, all right?
You have to add an A at the end of that.
Oh, summa cum laude. Summa cum softer. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find them.
Bob? God bless.
Hey, Rick.
Uncle Bob, how's your shoulder feeling?
It's doing okay. It's a work in progress, take like
Are your arms tired?
Am I what?
Are your arms tired?
Well, my right arm, I'm trying to keep my left arm for at least another week or two.
And then you're going to get rid of it?
No, I'll start to use it more again. It's the better of two options.
Uncle Bob, I want to let you know that we are calling you on the podcast, and we're just checking in with some family.
Who is we?
My friend Andrew Santino. Andrew, say hello.
Hello, Bob.
Andrew.
Bobo.
God, I'm honored.
We just talked to Ariel, and she didn't tell me after she was on the phone, but then she texted that she's a fan of him because of the show Dave.
Andrew's the man, the myth, the legend, and more the legend than anything.
Tell me why you say so.
I needn't say any more than that.
No, you don't.
I want to be succinct tonight.
Ooh.
Less is more, Bob. Less is more.
Thank you. Keep him wanting, right, Andrew? Well, I don't have, I don't have to tell you,
Because the implication is that Andrew knows to keep him wanting.
Yeah, Andrew knows his shit. Yes, and not that you don't, but
Andrew might know it 8 times as much, at least financially.
It could. Ocho.
Yes, Ocho Cinco.
Yes, that who used to be Chad Johnson playing for your Cincinnati Bengals.
Now, Uncle Bob, you've been on this podcast a whole bunch of times, and we called Danny earlier because Danny has this little bit of that Replenish video of you telling him it's a microcosm of more serious things to come. Danny has some feelings towards it. He doesn't love it, but he respects it. The video that went out. Does that make sense?
Yes, it was pretty darn good, popular. You would know that, but he wasn't in his best of frame of minds that time. But I think over time, he's learned to just enjoy the happiness that it's brought millions of people around the world.
So that actually brings us to this call. You see, Danny only had 60 seconds, and he didn't feel it was an accurate enough sample, so we got him on the phone. The more you're there, the more you could kind of piece together an amalgam of all the different moods and energies and perspectives that one is in to share. Now, you've been on this podcast numerous times, and sometimes you've not necessarily wanted to be on, and sometimes you were in a sillier mood and you did. And as it comes together, you have now become much lore in the Take Your Shoes Off universe. In fact, you have your own trading card, one of 17 people at the moment. Andrew also is one of 17, and I am one of 17. But what is...
I did know that about Andrew. I didn't know, ironically, about you.
Oh, yeah, I was card number 1. Uncle Bob, it's my podcast.
Details. Well, listen, I know it's your podcast.
Just trying to be succinct.
And I'm proud that when you, you're able to, push it forward at every moment on anybody else's podcast, on award shows, that's you.
I love awards.
Hey, you love what you do. Okay.
Could you get more succinct than that?
We can scratch that line. That wasn't really,
Nope, we like that line.
Again, Andrew, you got to realize that, when Ricky calls me, I'm like, not expecting it. So, which is probably better because that's how that little minuet came to be. I didn't know that Rick's dad and mom were going to call me, and Danny, and the rest is history.
Uncle Bob. Listen,
I got a question for you.
You know what we're asking, right?
Okay, can I take a guess?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I do for a living?
Well, we know one thing is for sure. We know you're an economic development and client advocate of internet bandwidth and fixed voice communications. That we got in the bag. We also know, tell them a couple of things that we know.
We know you worked at the hotel. You're a lifeguard. You spent most of your time by the pool. You have good connective relationships with AT&T and Comcast. You kind of bridge the gap between retirement communities and their phone and internet capabilities, VOD in particular, whether it's wired or not wired. We know you're a middleman, but you're a big middleman. You're important. You're an advocate, although not everybody listens to your advice. But what is it you do, Uncle Bob?
And you don't have to be
Andrew,
succinct. You don't have to be succinct. We're looking for details.
I'm not going to be neither succinct nor verbose.
Oh.
I'm telling you that
Right in the middle.
I'm
Middleman.
hiring somebody in the middle to get down to the bottom. Who I told that my nephew would always and still always gets on me for what do you do for a living?
So again, we ask Uncle Bob, please just tell us without being too succinct nor being too verbose.
No. I'll defer to my professional. My peeps.
What?
When I hire my peeps.
Uncle Bob, what do you do for a living?
Work.
Could you explain it, please?
Given time, I will, but no, not off the cuff.
You watch this, Uncle Bob. Watch this, Andrew. What do you do?
I'm a stand-up comedian and an actor.
What do you mean?
I perform on stage, tell jokes, and they give me money. And then sometimes I'm on television and film. I act. I pretend to be other people that's written
So
down.
do you get paid hourly? Do you get paid for the job? Is it different depending on the job?
Different depending on the job. Some of them are hourly. Some of them are one total package number.
And how do you get jobs?
I can audition for those jobs. In the stand-up world, you just go to open mics. You start on a slow, low level. As you rise, people book you. They request you. You get booked.
What about acting?
Same thing. You go request that you can have the job.
Now, once you have a reputation, do
audition.
some people just offer you jobs?
That's right.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uncle Bob.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I'm a telecommunications consultant specializing in the niche of helping organizations with social services, such as the abbreviated dialing codes of 211, 988, and others that were getting more. Cuts.
Wait, were you just reading that off of something?
No. Because
Did you end it with
preparing
cunt?
this.
Yeah.
I'm preparing this for my peeps. That need to know that. You know what that's called? What you just asked Andrew. That's called your elevator speech. Give it to me in the length of time it takes to go from the first to the third floor of an elevator.
Elevator pitch, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? We're getting on an elevator, and we're going to the 10th floor, not the 3rd. How do you get your jobs? Are you an independent contractor? Do people call you? Do you submit what you could do?
I'm a consultant.
All right. I love it. Anything you want to plug?
No, I want to plug not dead yet.
Ooh,
very
thank
good.
You. Thank you for that plug. Wednesdays at 8:30 on ABC. You stream season 1 and all previously aired episodes of season 2 now on Hulu.
And going into season 2, ABC made the wise decision for you to be the lead-in to Abbott Elementary rather than the follow-up, because they had enough confidence in the show that you'd provide a good lead-in. Abbott Elementary is obviously very popular in and of itself, but they had confidence in your show. And as I told you, I think that the people that are writing the plot lines, you're like a quarterback with an excellent offensive coordinator. They're putting you in the proper position to utilize the best of your talents, which are multiple. But love the show and love the way that you're being used.
Uncle Bob, I love you. I appreciate the plug. I hope your arm isn't as tired soon enough. And we'll be seeing you.
Pleasure, guys. Andrew, it's an honor.
It's an honor as well, Uncle Bob. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys. See
Love
you.
you. Bye.
We still don't know.
It's pretty wild how nobody in the family does.
It's actually brilliant.
And he also works. I know he works hard because he's always doing stuff.
Oh, he's got to be working hard. He's making a good living. He's got a family, a house, a mortgage. He must be doing well.
So, please, you graduated with summa cum laude? And do you have that on your diploma?
I tried. They wouldn't put it on there.
No. That can't be true.
I did.
I did. All right.
I graduated Arizona State University.
With a degree in?
Journalism with a minor in English. I got in a U-Haul. I moved to Long Beach, California, 4th of July, 2006.
When did you leave Chicago? July 1st?
I left Chicago 2002.
Oh, wait. Where did you move from?
Chicago.
Right. So how long did it take you to drive there?
21 and a half hours.
Really?
No.
Okay. Because I drove here twice. My girlfriend at the time and myself with each of our cars. I went from Cleveland to Chicago in one day. Then from Chicago to Denver.
Oh.
Then Denver to Vegas. And Vegas to LA. Landed at my cousin's park there, walked down to the Comedy Store because I found on Craigslist an open mic. Not an open mic, a bringer show. I had to bring 5 people. My girlfriend, my aunt, my uncle, and a couple other people came. The day I landed, my first spot was in the main room at the belly room at the Comedy Store. I had just moved here. You landed in Long Beach and you went right to an open mic.
Sure did.
Do you remember any jokes that you did?
I give you one. What's the deal with you get on a bus, you get in a plane, in a car, on a boat, in and on and out, up and down and in and off.
It's not bad.
Is that?
What I'm noticing is you get on something that starts with a B and then in everything else.
Yeah.
On a bridge, on a bike, on a boat, on a bus,
in a plane, in a car,
in a ditch, in a rut,
in a truck, in a rut, in my head. You're not on your head.
But you're on my butt. Hey, get off my butt because you're on my butt.
You've been on my butt all day.
Yeah.
Get off of my butt.
You know, he's got a drinking problem. He's on the booze.
He's on the booze.
But he's into smoking. Huh.
You're on to something.
I would say I'm into it. I'm on to bumpkin. Andrew, is there anything you want to plug?
AndrewSantino.com. I'm all over the place. I'm doing 6 dates, 6 clubs. I'm back in the clubs.
We'll put them up?
Put them up.
We'll put them up. For the audio-only people, the link will be in the description. For the video people.
Houston, Tampa, Nashville, San Francisco. Houston, Tampa, Nashville, San Francisco.
Houston, Nashville, Tampa, San Francisco. You know, I was actually just in
Houston, Tampa, Nashville, San Francisco, Phoenix, Dallas.
I was in San Francisco.
Houston, Tampa, Phoenix, Nashville, Dallas, San Francisco. AndrewSantino.com.
I was in San Francisco 2 days ago. Cobb's.
So what, I can't go?
I'm just saying.
So what, I can't go now?
I'm just saying.
Can I not go because you went?
I haven't technically gone yet, but when this comes out, I would
So
have been 2 days ago.
can I go?
Yeah, you could go.
Thank you.
Are you going to Cobb's?
Mm-hmm.
On the 6th?
6 shows.
Nice.
Got to work.
Well, someone's got to feed my grandma.
Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob. That's what he's been doing. He's been feeding your grandma. Lies.
We're gonna end this episode with a little number from Uncle Bob by the Eagles called Desperado.
Desperado, Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Now you're a hard one, but I know that you got it easy. These things that are pleasing you will hurt you somehow. Won't you draw the king of diamonds, boy? She'll beat you if she's able.
Slow down. Keep up with the rhythm.
You know, the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado.
It's good too.
Oh, you ain't getting no younger. Your fame and your hunger, they're driving you wild. And freedom, well, and freedom, it's just some people talking. These prisoners walking through this world all alone.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Take Your Shoes Off podcast.
Shit.
That was Teddy
Thanks for
Wender.
coming.
Return on Nets, Robert Glassman. My best friend and dad, Steve Glassman. And of course, I'm Rick Glassman signing off and saying
Theme music.
Scoot doo.
That was an excellent.
I gotta get a Polaroid of you.
Scoop dee. Oh yeah. Skittle